Welcome to the F-Bound Podcast. I'm your host, Shannon Schroeder, Executive Function Coach. I help neurodivergent women learn tips and strategies to improve the life skills that will help them be successful. Setting achievable goals for neurodivergent adults. Setting achievable goals can be challenging for anyone, but it can be particularly daunting for neurodivergent adults. Neurodivergent people have unique strengths and challenges that can make traditional goal-setting methods less effective. However, with the right approach, setting achievable goals can be a powerful tool for personal growth and success. One key to setting achievable goals is to focus on your individual strengths and needs. Traditional goal-setting methods may not work for everyone, and it's important to find an approach that works for you. This might involve breaking down larger goals into smaller, more manageable steps, or using visual aids to help you stay on track. Another important aspect of setting achievable goals is to prioritize self-care and self-compassion. Neurodivergent people face unique challenges such as sensory overload, executive dysfunction, or social anxiety, which can make it difficult to stick to a rigid goal-setting plan. By prioritizing self-care and being kind to yourself, you can create a more flexible and sustainable approach to goal setting that takes your unique needs into account. Identifying personal goals. Neurodiversity refers to the natural variation in human brains, including differences in learning, attention, and social processing. Neurodivergence refers to individuals whose brains function differently from the typical population, often resulting in conditions such as autism, ADHD, and dyslexia. Setting achievable goals can be challenging, especially for neurodivergent adults. However, it's important to identify personal goals to achieve a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Here are some key tips to help you identify personal goals. Self-awareness and self-advocacy. Start by developing self-awareness and self-advocacy skills. This involves understanding your own preferences, potential, and well-being. Take time to reflect on your strengths and challenges and identify areas where you would like to improve. This could include developing new skills, pursuing a new career, or improving your relationships. It's also important to learn how to advocate for yourself. This means communicating your needs and preferences to others in a clear and assertive manner. When it comes to goal setting, you don't need to be influenced by what others think you should or need to do. You need to decide for yourself. By advocating for yourself, you can ensure that your goals align with your values and needs. Understanding individual strengths and challenges. Another important step is to understand your individual strengths and challenges. This can help you set realistic goals that are tailored to your specific needs. For example, if you struggle with social interactions, you may want to focus on developing social skills to improve your relationships. Alternatively, if you have a talent for writing, you might want to set a goal to write a book or start a blog. To identify your strengths and challenges, consider taking a self-assessment or seeking feedback from others. This can help you gain a better understanding of your unique abilities and limitations. By identifying your personal goals and developing self-awareness and self-advocacy skills, you can set achievable goals that align with your values and needs. Remember to focus on specific, measurable, and realistic goals and to celebrate your progress along the way. Goal-setting strategies for neurodivergent adults. As a neurodivergent adult, setting achievable goals can be challenging. However, with the right strategies, you can set and achieve your goals effectively. SMART Goals Framework. The SMART Goals Framework is a popular approach to goal setting. This framework involves setting goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. When setting your goals, ensure that they meet each of these criteria. This will help you create clear and achievable goals that are easy to track and measure progress. What's nice about the SMART framework is that it forces you to think about your goals in concrete terms. Instead of thinking about things that would be nice to do someday, you home in on specific things to help you create the life you want and to improve yourself in meaningful ways. Customizing goals to neurodivergent needs. Neurodivergent people have unique sensory needs and boundaries that need to be considered when setting goals. It's important to take these needs into account when setting goals to ensure they are achievable. For example, if you have sensory sensitivities, you may need to set goals that do not involve loud noises or bright lights. If you want to improve your interpersonal skills or relationship skills, making a goal to attend 3 parties this year probably isn't a good idea. You may also need to set boundaries to prevent burnout and ensure that your goals are achievable. Allowing yourself ample time to reach your goal will help with that. The role of support systems in goal achievement. Having a support system can be crucial in achieving your goals. This support system can include friends, family members, therapists, or support groups. They can provide encouragement, accountability, and practical assistance when needed. These same people can become awesome cheerleaders when things are going well. They want to see you improve and succeed and will celebrate as you make progress. When setting your goals, consider who can provide support and how they can help you achieve your goals. Overcoming challenges and barriers. Neurodivergent adults often face unique challenges when it comes to setting and achieving goals. However, with the right strategies and support, these challenges can be overcome. Addressing social and communication barriers. One of the significant challenges neurodivergent adults face is social and communication barriers. This can make it difficult for them to express their needs and goals effectively. One way to overcome this is to utilize communication strategies that work for you. For instance, you might find it helpful to use visual aids or written communication to clarify your thoughts and ideas. Learning to give yourself extra time to formulate your thoughts before responding is a good skill to practice. Often, you might feel pressured to express yourself quickly in response to your goals and what you want to achieve. This becomes easier when you use a framework like SMART goals, but don't feel pressured to share what you don't want to share. Navigating sensory and cognitive overload. Sensory and cognitive overload can be a significant barrier to setting and achieving goals for neurodivergent adults. When you're overwhelmed, it can be challenging to focus on your goals and make progress towards them. One way to overcome this is to create a sensory-friendly environment that minimizes distractions and promotes focus. It can also be helpful to break down your goals into smaller, more manageable tasks so you don't become overwhelmed. Tools and techniques for success. Time management and organizational tools. As a neurodivergent adult, managing your time and staying organized can be challenging. However, there are numerous tools available that can help you stay on track and achieve your goals. One effective tool is a planner or calendar, which can help you prioritize tasks and keep track of deadlines. You can also use apps such as Trello or Asana to organize your tasks and progress. If you've been reading my articles for any length of time, you know the first suggestion I make to anyone who wants to improve their time management or executive functioning in general is that they need to start with some kind of planner system. It doesn't matter if you use a paper planner or a digital one, whether it's weekly or monthly, whether it's cute and colorful or minimalist, black and white. The most important thing is that it works with your brain and how you think. It might take some time and experimentation, so don't give up too quickly. Take your time and find the system that will work for you. Another helpful time management technique is breaking down larger tasks into smaller manageable steps. This can help you stay focused and motivated and prevent overwhelm. For some people, they get stuck on being able to break things down. They don't really know what the steps are. You can ask for help from your support system or use a tool like Goblin Tools to help you figure out the steps needed to complete a task. Mindfulness and stress reduction techniques. Stress and anxiety can be major obstacles when it comes to achieving your goals. Stress and anxiety cloud your ability to focus. If you want to successfully work towards your goals, you need to minimize stress and anxiety. Fortunately, there are several mindfulness and stress reduction techniques that can help you stay calm and focused. One technique is deep breathing, which involves taking slow, deep breaths and focusing on the sensation of the breath moving in and out of your body. Another effective technique is meditation, which can help you clear your mind and reduce stress. You can use guided meditations or apps such as Headspace or Calm to get started. Additionally, engaging in regular exercise or physical activity can help reduce stress and improve overall well-being. Remember, it's important to prioritize self-care and take breaks when needed. It might feel counterintuitive to take breaks and focus on self-care when you're supposed to be working toward a goal, but, big but, if you don't take care of yourself, you will burn out. Then you won't make any progress on your goal. Don't be afraid to ask for support or feedback from others, and be open to learning new strategies and techniques that work best for you. By using these tools and techniques, you can set achievable goals and work toward a more fulfilling and successful future. Evaluating progress and revising goals. Setting goals is just the first step toward achieving success. It's important to evaluate your progress regularly and revise your goals accordingly. Here are some tips to help you evaluate your progress and revise your goals. Measurable goals. Make sure your goals are measurable. This means that you should be able to track your progress and measure your success. If you're creating SMART goals, it's included in the second step, M. For example, if your goal is to improve your time management skills, you can measure your progress by tracking how much time you spend on each task. You can also track how many tasks you are getting done in a certain amount of time so you can see if you're improving. Satisfaction. It's important to assess your level of satisfaction with your progress. If you are not satisfied with your progress, revise your goals or adjust your approach. Remember, the goal is to achieve success and satisfaction. This can get sticky, especially if you haven't taken time to assess what's important to you. We spend a lot of time comparing ourselves to other people. It's not just comparing your abilities as a neurodivergent person to the abilities of a neurotypical person. We compare ourselves to people who we think we should be like. However, we might be comparing our beginning to their middle. We don't know the struggles they've overcome. We just see their success. So it's imperative that you decide what success and satisfaction look like for you. Direction. Evaluate whether your goals are still relevant and aligned with your values and priorities. Part of reevaluating and reassessing your goals is to make sure that they still suit you and what you want out of life. Be honest with yourself. If the goals no longer fit, revise them or set new ones. Make sure your goals are still meaningful and motivating. Revising goals. Revising your goals is not a sign of failure. Many of you have been trained to believe that you can't follow through and finish what you start. Because of this, you might hesitate changing or abandoning goals that you have set. But it doesn't make sense to keep working towards something that no longer resonates with you. Making adjustments is a sign of progress and growth, being flexible and willing to revise your goals if necessary. Sometimes the path of success is not a straight line. Progress. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Recognize your achievements and use them as motivation to keep going. Remember, every step forward is progress toward your goals. Setting goals is the first step to making the changes in your life that you want to see. Make sure that you create specific, measurable goals, seek feedback, assess your level of satisfaction, evaluate your direction, and be willing to revise your goals. If you celebrate your progress as you go, it will be easier to stay motivated. With these tips, you can set achievable goals and achieve success. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the F-Bomb Podcast. Thank you for listening. Remember to subscribe below and check out my show notes to learn more about my Facebook group, courses, and membership.